Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi video. And today we are back with some new information about Danmachi Fulland of Water and Light. Of course, the brand new game coming to the Nintendo Switch by Bushiroad Games later on, maybe this year, maybe next year. We still don't have an official release date, but it is the action RPG coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now, of course, today we were actually expecting some more news on Danmachi Season 5, as Danmachi is present at Anime Japan, and they did conduct their panel a couple of hours ago. I couldn't watch it live because my body just said, no, you need sleep basically instead, and I basically slept through it. But unfortunately, no new information has come out about Danmachi Season 5, not even a new trailer. I was expecting a trailer for Danmachi Season 5 today. I thought that, Anime Japan would be perfect. It's such a big event. They'd actually announce something there. But the last two times we've literally gotten anything Danmachi Season 5 related, well, last time around we at least got some information with, like, it coming out in the fall season, of course, of 2024. I thought that there would be more to it, of course. I thought there would be a trailer and stuff like that. Instead, we've gotten more information about Danmachi Fulland of Water and Light instead. We've gotten more information about the game instead. So anyways, in this video, we're going to be covering the game a little bit more in detail. Of course, we've got our first look at the characters in-game as well. So of course, if you guys want to enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more content, and let me know your guys' thoughts on Danmachi Fulland of Water and Light in the comment section down below. Surprisingly, based on last time's video, of course, when we announced that, Danmachi Fulland of Water and Light will be on the Nintendo Switch, a lot of people were very excited actually, and a lot of people were still like pretty confident that it would be a good game nonetheless, purely because the Nintendo Switch still has some really good action RPGs on it, even if it has its performance issues because it's such an old console. It's a 7 to 8 year old console, right? It has had some really good action RPGs in its repertoire. You've got Legend of Zelda, Xenoblade Chronicles, and so on and so forth. So there is still promise of it being a good game. It's just that graphically it won't be the most impressive game. Let's be real, right? Let's be real and admit that that will be the case. And of course, it just depends on, how good of a developer Bushiroad Games is going to be, because so far it seems like they're actually also going to be the ones developing the game. They've still not announced anybody else working on the game, so I think it's going to be a completely in-house project. So we'll have to wait and see on that front. We'll have to completely wait and see on that front. But anyways, we have their Twitter account right here at Danmachi I'll be leaving a link to it down below in the description so you guys can go and follow their Twitter account, because it's good to obviously follow a game, from the very beginning, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm basically gonna, follow the game and see where it goes. That's what I did with Danmachi Battle Chronicle when it first dropped its Twitter, because that is literally the place to go to when it comes to news. It's either that or you go over to their website and obviously just keep following them from there. But I think the Twitter account is the easier one of the two, to be honest. The official account for the action RPG, Danmachi I'm thinking about Battle Chronicle a bit too much, you can tell. Danmachi Fulland of Water and Light, which follows the trajectory and truth of heroes and unfolds in a completely new original story designed by Fujino Omori. Scheduled to be released on the Nintendo Switch by Bushiroad Games. The hashtag is Danful. I assume that's the name of that's the sort of like mini name or nickname we're giving it, like Danmemo, Danchro. This is Danful. I'll call it Danful. I don't mind that. I think that's kind of nice. I think that's way better than Danchro, to be quite honest, in my personal opinion. But of course, if you guys didn't know, we got our first look at the new characters coming to the game. Kage Sensei, who is in charge of the illustrations for the original character designs in Argonaut and Astrea Record, will be participating and will be creating the designs for the new characters. First release of illustrations of the original characters Knight Fulland, Spirit Undine, and Spirit Belinda that appear in Danful. So I personally didn't want necessarily to be focused on the original story of Fulland of Water and Light, because the thing is, right, it's actually based on an Age of Heroes story. Fulland of Water and Light is actually based on a original story. I might make a video on it actually tomorrow, talking about that story, right, in more detail, and we can kind of cover it and talk about it a little bit more in detail. But the thing is, right, I personally feel that I would have preferred the game more focused on, the likes of Bell and so on and so forth. Now, the thing is, based on Omori's tweet, we do know that Horn from Freya Familia. She is a character from Freya Familia. I'm not gonna go into who she is or what she is because it's kind of somewhat spoilers for season 5, so I'm not really gonna go into it into too much detail there. But I thought that with that hint, it's most likely going to be taking in the present timeline. Now, this, of course, could also be them just, using these characters as sort of like a flashback sequence. While they are going to be very important characters to the story, which I do expect it to be the case, I think they will be extremely important to the story because, Fulland of Water and Light, the original story is based on these 2-3 characters basically. I think that I would have preferred if it was more focused on Belle in the cast. Obviously, at the end of the day, I think it should be like maybe 70-30. It would be amazing if it's like 70%, we're following Belle in the cast, and then 30%, in the other timeline we're controlling, Fulland maybe potentially, and we're going into fights with him potentially. I think that would be great as well. But I do want to see a focus on Belle because to me personally, when you're making a Danmachi game, and especially the first proper Danmachi console game, as they've called it themselves, by the way, I've not said it, they've said it. This is the first proper Danmachi console game. We know Infinite Combat was a thing, but that's not a proper Danmachi console game. Let's be real, right? This is a proper Danmachi console game that they're making, and if they are going to do a good job here, I think the most important thing for them to do is to, and if they want to make the game sell well, I think the focus should be on selling, the cast more so than anything else, and of course, selling the fact that you're going to be able to play as Belle for the very first time properly, rather than dumping you into a character that most people may not know. Because at the end of the day, when you sell a game, you have to sell, well, the gameplay, the looks of the game, and of course, who you're going to be controlling. What is your motive in the game kind of thing, and who you're going to be riding and dying with, basically. You know what I mean? So I think that is something that's very important. But coming back to the character design, all of them look very fantastic. Kage Sensei is really good with his designs usually, especially when a straight record and if we a straight record, Zard and Althea, let's be real. I mean, they're some of the coolest designs we've had in Danmachi, and even Erebus as well, to be fair, right? So yeah, we don't have an idea on who their VAs are gonna be. I mean, it's easy to expect that Matsuoka will probably come back to voice Fulland as well. Of course, he'll be voicing Belle, he's voiced Argonaut, he's voiced Erebus. He's probably going to be voicing Fulland as well, so keep that in mind. It makes sense as well, it makes sense as well. So we'll have to wait and see. And I think there is a good chance that they might try and link Belle's past to Fulland in some way, shape, or form. It feels like Belle is just a reincarnation of almost all of these heroes in one. Belle is just a reincarnation of all the old heroes, and it's just combined together at this point. I swear down, man. I swear down. Because Sword of Rotoria 12, if you've read through that in Danmemo, you can tell, you obviously know what I'm talking about there, kind of as well, with the whole thing with Nidhogg, of course. Then you can obviously take a look at Argonaut, now Fulland. Like, come on, it's slowly delving into that, slowly but surely. And then, of course, this is them officially announcing their Twitter is up and running. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, of course, in the comment section down below. I didn't want this to be too long of a video because I actually have a Formula 1 race to watch in just a moment as well. And to be honest, there was not that much more information. Like I said, unfortunately, Danmachi didn't have any further information at Anime Japan, sadly. It's just unfortunate that's the case, sadly. I was really hoping that there would be something, but doesn't seem like there was anything at all. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, I didn't even know Kage Sensei had a Twitter account. You best believe I'm gonna follow that. And he made Takane Louise thingy. I didn't even know that. Fair enough. Cool. We have most assuredly done that. Let me see, is there anything else here? Memories of love that overflowed beyond time. Yeah, 100% it's gonna be both. It's gonna be both. 110%. Let me see if there's any new information on this picture. Let me just check. I'm gonna just have a quick yonder over on me old Google Translate, because I ain't translating shit. I ain't translating shit right now. I'm not interested. Let me just do this quickly. There we go. Oops. Camera, and there you go. Woo! Completely original story, supported language Japanese. Yeah, that's the one thing I will mention, by the way. We've not still gotten an official announcement for any form of an English release or anything. So keep that in mind. But I do think inevitably they will. Obviously, it just depends on if they can get a localization team going and stuff, right? That's the primary thing that they have to work towards. And then they can confirm that it's going to happen, you know, of course. That's something to bear in mind. But yeah, it doesn't seem like we've gotten any other information. Obviously, the Danmachi anime Twitter account should give us a majority of the information. But yeah, they've just said the same thing. Goddess of Fertility Edition is coming out in 2024 autumn. I assume it means festival. But yeah, that's about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think again in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody. Bye bye.